Time management. So in this video, I'm going to talk about various things to do with time management, including the main facets of time management, the main way of how I personally organize my time from a top-down level, and also the mistakes people generally make when it comes to time management, as well as how other areas like purpose relate to time management. So the first thing that you should know is that you have to be able to say no to various different things. Because a lot of people, what I notice is they spend time on areas of their life which are just not really important, or they're doing tasks which are not really getting them what they need in as efficient a way as possible. And the problem is that when you don't write things down and look through and comb through what you're really doing and sit down and have some time to think, you won't realize how inefficient you're being and how you're doing things which you don't even need to be doing. And you basically need to be able to just cull whatever it is that you don't need. And this can sound quite brutal, and maybe it does involve saying no to people sometimes, and it's difficult, but you need to be able to do it because you're going to be burdened with so many things that you're not going to, first of all, enjoy what you're doing. And second of all, you're going to notice that you're not really getting where you want to go, and you still somehow feel busy, so it's just not worth your time. And I think this is also where I'm going to introduce the way I organize time, or the way that I've at least learned to do that in recent months, years. And that includes starting from the top and then going all the way down. So the top level, you want purpose, which is the objective of your life. And this is your driving kind of soul stone. This is what really gives you energy and the ability to get up and do stuff. And I've talked about purpose a lot before, and there's a lot of deep, interesting work that you can do with purpose, which I'm not really going to go into here. But just know that this area of your life can take a very long time and a lot of investment to really even have honed down. And by itself, it can be extremely important for your well-being and also for your productivity. The next thing is you need what I have the key pillars of my life, so areas of my life that I like to work on, right? And these areas of life, they can include things like your social life. And so having time management doesn't mean not having time to be with anybody. Because if that's important to you and socializing is important to you as it is for me, then there's no problem, because socializing, is a key area of your life. So you're willing to invest time into it. And again, that might be a very mechanistic and rather horrible way to think about socializing, but it's a matter of fact. If you care about the people around you, then you want to spend time with them. And so once you have these areas of your life, then you can move to an even lower level of organization, which is every day. What do you do every day, right? You have a theme, you have a sort of idea, these are the few areas of my life I want to focus on today. And then you also have your tasks for the day, which is, all the things that you want to get done today. And when you do that, it's actually quite easy to be productive now, because you have a framework and specific tactics as well, and individual things. And so you know what needs to get done. And so making lists is actually quite important. You need to be able to go through and say, okay, this and this, and now I want to do this. And for me, before, I wouldn't even be able to notice how much of a difference this makes. And I think you might struggle as well with this. It's very hard to see how this can even change anything, because you're still working, but the difference in efficiency isn't even perceptible. So for example, in the past, I'd be working, I'd be going between tasks, what am I going to do next? And I wouldn't even realize how much time I was wasting just from not knowing what I was supposed to be doing. And so the final point that I want to make now is something I already alluded to before, but it's that you need to be able to make time to relax and socialize, which for me is the main way of relaxing, and as it probably is for most people. In fact, I'm going to say all people, because there are a lot of people who think that relaxation means going on their phone and scrolling, but the reality is that these are very harmful because they reduce the quality of your life. The rest of your life, have you never noticed that the rest of your life becomes less enjoyable when you after you scroll a lot on your phone? Your whole life becomes about the escape. And so it's not really an escape. Well, sorry, it is an escape. It's not relaxation anymore. And so there's this importance of making that distinction between what's relaxing and helping you recover versus what's becoming an escape and actually draining enjoyment from the rest of your life.